We're keeping it chill on The Good Dish. How to make gourmet meals from frozen foods.
Undeniably delicious.
It's what's for dinner tonight. Making a loaded hash brown casserole.
Oh my gosh, it really is a hug in a casserole.
And we're dishing with Kristin Cavallari.
I love nothing more than entertaining and being able to cook for a group of people. I just love it.
She's cooking up one of her go-to recipes.
All right, here we go. Cheers.
That's next. Let's dish. The kitchen has always been at the center of my world because life is more delicious when it's full of food and fun.
Everybody knows me as a culinary expert and food judge on television, but also I'm mom trying to get dinner on the table.
From Hollywood to home, I bring Southern sweet and Caribbean heat, and I'm not afraid to stir the pot.
Good food, good friends, good dish.
Thanks, ladies. So cute. We've got our grocery bags.
Welcome to The Good Dish. Now kick back and relax because today's recipes are real chill, guys. We are showing you how to make gourmet meals from frozen foods.
Oh, yes. And now, frozen foods, okay, sometimes they can get a bad rap, but chefs like us really love them because they're frozen at their peak. So that freshness is still there, and it's great nutritional value all year round. Yes. So it has its perks. It definitely does.
Absolutely. And also, there's so many fruits and vegetables that you can get frozen that are better than fresh because you can get them off season, and they really were picked at their peak of freshness. So they are way more flavorful than the bland versions when you're getting them in the middle of winter.
Absolutely. Yes. All right, guys, we each brought our own frozen food, one that we love. Here is mine. Frozen artichokes.
Ooh,
frozen artichoke hearts, actually, the very best part.
Okay. All right, ready? Here's mine.
What do you have?
Frozen chopped spinach.
Oh, well then that should leave me with frozen phyllo dough.
Ooh,
that's a good one right there. Okay, so now we have the perfect combination for all these ingredients to make a spinach and artichoke phyllo pie. So you gotta check this out. This is a great recipe here. So first you'll start off with artichokes, spinach, onions, garlic, cream cheese, ricotta, mozzarella, egg, thyme, and lemon zest. Put that all in a big old bowl and you stir until well combined. Season with a little salt and pepper. And then we get to the phyllo dough. I want you to brush 2 sheets of phyllo dough with butter, season with salt and pepper, and you repeat. And you know how phyllo goes. You just keep on stacking with the butter, brush it gently, and then add more salt and pepper, season, 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 brush, brush, brush. I could watch this all day. Okay, this is mesmerizing to do this. All right, so stack it until you have about 8 or 10 sheets stacked. Then we place the phyllo in a springform pan. When you have the edges folded over the side of the pan, put that filling in there, fold the edges over the top of the filling, protect it all in there, brush it with a little more butter, sprinkle with everything bagel seasoning. That's gonna be the kicker. Place it in the oven and bake until the sides are brown, and then you pop it out after about 30 minutes. The filling is set, and you let it rest for 10 minutes before serving, and then you shove it in Gail's mouth. There you go.
What is it about the spinach artichoke combo, the creamy spinach artichoke combo that just is, I mean, it's undeniably delicious.
That's very nice. Buttery, crispy, flaky, all the goodness we need.
All of it. Don't stop now, guys. We're continuing on. I'm gonna dish the details on our next frozen to fab meal. I'm making a loaded hash brown casserole using frozen hash browns. This is what you want to tuck into on a weekend morning, let me tell you. And it really is something quick, but kind of like, it looks like more than the sum of its parts, I will say it that way. So here in my pan, I've made you something very special. I cooked off some bacon, then I removed the crisp bacon. I have it over here with my hash browns and used that bacon fat to cook up some garlic and some onion just until fragrant. Then sprinkle in a bit of flour. That's gonna help thicken up our sauce after I added some milk and some cream cheese. That is what gives me, look at the stability in this sauce.
You're speaking my love language.
I did it for my friend. Now, but you see how beautiful and thick and rich and saucy that looks. Need a little salt, need a little pepper coming into this sauce that I cooked and let cool ever so slightly before I add it into my lovely frozen hash browns that I've just allowed to thaw. And the idea here is really to create something like that broccoli cheddar soup feeling going over top of our hash browns, okay?
Okay, that's really interesting because as soon as you said that, it keyed me in that my mother made a version of this.
Oh, really?
But instead of making that creamy cream cheese filling, she actually used a can of broccoli cheddar soup.
Oh, great shortcut.
It was
Phenomenal.
amazing. It was like what every kid wanted to eat for dinner.
Oh, yes. I bet you were famous in the neighborhood if your mom was making this.
I
This
mean,
is so good.
interesting. Yeah, and I continued to make it into college. It was like the perfect college cook.
This is actually, you're absolutely right. This is a tiny kitchen meal. This is a late night meal. This is an early morning meal. This is all kinds of meals. So I have that mix of the cream in here with the cream cheese that we talked about. I have some frozen broccoli that's been thawed. Of course, a nice big mound of shredded cheddar cheese, our crisp bacon, and don't forget the hash browns underneath. I have half my scallions going in here to the mix. The other half I am going to reserve and use to garnish at the end. I have that crispy bacon, so savory, and of course the shredded cheddar cheese is gonna melt and create that gorgeous cheese pull we are after. All mixed together into a buttered casserole dish. Thank you, Gail. And then, guys, because I really wanted to kind of turn it up for you a little bit. It is our frozen foods show, so I went deep into the freezer. And what did I pull out? For my friends, for my besties, what did I get you? Tater tots.
Oh man, that is just
I sure did.
literally over the top.
Going literally over the top. Scatter your frozen tater tots over the top of your casserole. Get some more shredded cheddar
Kidding me?
cheese.
Okay, my mama did not do that.
Well, you can give her this. You can give her this little tip now next time. And that, my friends, goes into a 350-degree oven. 50 minutes to an hour. You want to know how you're going to know it's done? The sides will be bubbling. The top will be crisp and golden brown. You're going to pull it out of the oven and let it cool for 10 minutes. Salivating, drooling over your table. It's not in that oven, it's in this oven. And oh my gosh, it weighs.
My God,
50
I'll get the oven. You get the casserole.
Oh,
Protect the
yes,
casserole.
Protect
Yes.
the casserole at all costs with the slow turn to the counter. Make everybody promise to be the best little children. They're never gonna not listen to you again before you serve this up. Give me your plates, ladies.
Me first, me first.
Wow.
Look at that crusty.
This is just bringing back crazy memories, Daphne. I have to tell you.
And wait, let me scatter some scallions over top for you too. 'Cause you gotta have it both
your
ways.
face.
Oh, there's more. Okay. I'm already happy right now.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, some fresh scallions. Yes.
It's pretty good, right?
Look.
That is
at
pretty
this.
darn delightful.
Look what's happening in there. That is rich and flavorful and delicious.
Super creamy. I mean, and I get the broccoli and the bacon, so I've got some texture in there. I've got some nutritional value going on with my broccoli, scattered and smothered in all of this potato delightfulness. But it's like really comforting, warm and cozy. It really is a hug in a casserole. Like, that's what I'm feeling like. It's really
Casserole
comforting.
is.
I'm so glad. All right, you guys, when we come back, we are dishing with Kristin Cavallari, and she's whipping up a show-stopping cauliflower tartare.
Ooh.
Like something you saw on the show today? We're dishing all the details on the good list. All the recipes, important tips, and tricks, all in one place. So stay tuned until the end of the show when we'll share the good list QR code. You can scan to send it all right to your phone.
TV star Kristin Cavallari has moved far from her Laguna Beach roots, where she rose to fame. Now a mother of 3 in Nashville, Kristin is balancing her role as mom, cookbook author, and CEO, balancing in heels, I might add. Welcome, Kristin Cavallari. Hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hey, Kristin.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. From your kitchen, so exciting.
Yeah, and your Nashville kitchen, by the way. I don't know if you know this. We are neighbors. I live in Nashville as well, Kristin. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so you and I,
Well, you'll have to come over.
Without a doubt. I say we plan like a mom date. I'll bring my kids, we'll have our kids, and somehow we'll lose our kids, and then you and I can run off together and have a fabulous time together. Yes.
This is a great plan. I love it. You can come to my house. They can go ride the go-kart, and we can do our mom thing in the kitchen here.
Love it. It's a
Love
date.
go-kart.
And I do gather you make a mean margarita margaritas, so I feel like I might just have to come for the margaritas.
Girls
Let's
trip.
go, everybody. Let's go. We'll
We've been trying to get to Nashville, the
margaritas,
three of us
kids will
together.
play. It'll be great.
Yes, amazing. So, Kristin, I have to ask you, because there is like a part of me that fantasizes about one day moving to the country, and you, of course, grew up a beach girl, grew up in California, now you live and love living in Nashville. Talk about country life. Like, what's the biggest change? Obviously, raising your kids there must be so phenomenal, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the reason why we moved out to the country, because the kids can just go outside and run around. I have chickens. It's just really quiet and really peaceful, and it's just a slower pace of life. Obviously, I came from LA. You know, a big part of my life is in New York, and it's just running around. It's very hectic. So having this balance for me, having this sanctuary where it's really peaceful. It's just nice. And having my kids grow up living as normal of a life as possible, I think is really important. So yeah, I love it. I don't miss the beach. I don't miss LA. I don't miss any of that. I'm very happy here.
Okay, don't give the secret away, Kristin. Then everybody's going to try to move next to us. Don't
Don't come here. Go somewhere else. Don't come to
okay.
Nashville.
Don't give up the
Nashville
secret.
sucks, actually. Forget it.
Right. Good job. Yes.
I hate it.
You're so funny. All right, now you design. You have jewelry line. You have clothes. You got the beauty, and the home line. You got a lot going on. And like, tell us, what is the inspiration behind all of this that you're doing?
Yeah, so I launched Uncommon James. It's been almost 5 years. We have a lot of home decor, candles, different kitchen utensils, stuff like that. And then I have Little James, which is baby and kid pajamas. But you know, the inspiration comes from all over. It just depends. Traveling, I always find, really does inspire me. I will say COVID offered up its own inspiration, in the sense that, you know, initially when we were all stuck at home, I was constantly daydreaming about everywhere I wanted to go and the things I wanted to do. So we launched a collection called Daydreaming, and then it was an adventure collection, because it's like, once the world opened up, you know, everyone was excited to get back out there and be with your girlfriends and just have fun. And so, you know, inspiration really comes from all over, just depending on what's going on in life. But I love it. I love having my own company and just having complete creative freedom to do whatever I want. It's been a dream come true.
And on top of it all, you have 3 children. And I know you recently started co-parenting. I know, and I can imagine that's been an incredible and rewarding thing for you. What have you learned about yourself as a parent?
Man, I've learned how to be as patient as can be. I feel like I've had to get in my like Zen moment. You know, it can be trying at times. And I think just having real honest conversations with your kids is important. I come from a divorced family, and so I think I can relate to my kids in that sense. And I can take what I liked and didn't like from both of my parents, and hopefully use that with my own kids. But yeah, I'd say I've learned how to just breathe and be very patient.
Equanimity, right? Like, you know, balance and patience in uncomfortable circumstances sometimes, and also like, you know, hopefully finding a moment of free time in there as well, which I think is lovely as a busy working mom, which obviously you are, with so much going on. So we've been talking about frozen foods today and how they're frozen at the perfect moment in their ripeness. Just to tie it in, is there a moment in your life that was so magical, so special, you wish you could freeze it in time because it was just that perfect?
You know what? I love that question. I think it's so cute. I would say, honestly, right now where I am in my life, my kids are at such great ages. They're 9, 7, and 6. It's no longer, you know, it's not hard in the sense where like every day it's like constant doing stuff for them. It's harder in the sense that now it's real conversations with them, you know, real life experiences. But I love that. I love being able to help them and guide them. And I love when they open up to me and tell me what's going on at school or with their friends. And so I just feel like right now we're at a great phase in our lives. And because it is just me with them, and I have them for a week on and a week off, I really cherish my time with them right now. And so I'm in a good place right now. So I would freeze right now.
I love that.
That is a good answer.
You're so right. I do. Yes. I have to say, my oldest is 8. She'll be 8 this month. And it's when you're quiet as the parent and they come to you and they like, you just set the stage. You just let them start talking, and the stories they come up with and things they want to share with you. It is so special. I'm with you. I think every stage of parenting, obviously you're going through it for the first time with your oldest, and it's opening my eyes to all the newness that is still to come, because you remember these little moments with them when they're tiny, and you're like, oh, I'll never get that back. But there's so much yet to come, which is amazing.
I know. Even like my oldest now, he's going to kill me for saying this, but he has a crush on this little girl. And he's like, her friend told me she has a crush on me. I'm like, oh, this is so exciting. Like all these little new things, I'm like, this is so cute.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I love that.
Heart bursting.
He's going to literally kill me. I won't be able to play this video.
Well, luckily, I don't think he's watching daytime television.
Yeah.
So
I would agree with that statement.
Outed him big time.
your secret's safe with us. All right, you guys, coming up, Kristin is going to show us how to make her roasted cauliflower tartine that you do not want to miss. Don't go away.
We're back with author and television personality, Kristin Cavallari. Thank you, Kristin, for joining us. You've released 2 cookbooks, which we all love here. Tell us the most important thing to you about cooking. Why are you drawn to the kitchen?
Well, I love cooking because I find it to be so incredibly therapeutic. Just coming in the kitchen and zoning out, I find that it's kind of how I recharge my batteries. I also remember my mom saying that she showed her love through her cooking, and that actually kind of relates to me too. It resonates with me. So I love nothing more than entertaining and being able to cook for a group of people. I just love it.
Well, I feel like so many other people love your cooking because it's relatable. And with that in mind, you have a roasted cauliflower tartine. Sounds really fancy, but I think you can give us a nice little way to put it together. Can you show us, please, how you do this?
Yeah, so sounds fancy, but it is anything but, and it's actually very simple. So what I have in front of me are 3 cauliflower steaks. And what you do is you take a head of cauliflower, I cut off the ends, and then you can cut it into these steaks, which you see here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spread a little olive oil on top and season them with salt and pepper. And then we're gonna throw them in the oven for about 35 minutes or so. Grab my salt and pepper back here. And then while that is roasting, we're gonna make a dill cashew crema. So that is dairy-free. And just really creamy and has a nice sweet dill flavor to it, which I love. Okay, so our cauliflower steaks are ready to go. I'm gonna throw these guys in the oven. Also, if you are in a time crunch, I mean, you could totally just use a slice of bread too as your base. It doesn't have to be cauliflower. This is just a little bit healthier of a version, but bread would be amazing as well. So I will show you. So when they come out of the oven, you have your roasted cauliflower steak. So I'm just gonna put on a plate. And while that is roasting, obviously for the time's sake here, I already have one pre-made, but what I would do while it's roasting is I would make my dill cashew crema. So what you do for that is you take a cup of raw cashews. And I think a lot of people think when you're gonna do a cashew sauce or dressing or whatever that you have to let them soak in water. You actually don't have to, which is really nice. So just put them in raw. I'm gonna do 1 garlic clove, half a cup of water, a 1/4 cup of dill, and a half teaspoon of lemon juice. So that's all for the cashew crema. You blend that guy up for about 30, 45 seconds until it's nice and creamy and smooth. I have mine already made right here. So then we're gonna build our tartines. So you have your cauliflower steak on a plate. I'm gonna spread a decent amount of the dill cashew crema over top. And then we're gonna take some smoked salmon and just do a nice thin layer of that. So smoked salmon, you just buy at the grocery store. Layer that guy on. And then I have a nice, beautiful heirloom tomato that is sliced. So I'm gonna load that on, followed by some avocado slices. And then I have a hard-boiled egg already boiled here. So we'll spread that guy on. And then I like coarse sea salt. I love garnishing with coarse sea salt. I just think it gives it a nice, it looks pretty and it just gives it that nice little salty crunch. And then some microgreens as well for a
You're
ton
still
of
from
nutrients.
LA. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gotta get the
Okay, so here is your final product.
I was just
and then let me get the fork and I'll dig in with you guys too.
It really is delicious. The
Okay.
layers of the textures, the radishes coming through. And I love an egg in the morning, but sometimes you don't feel like scrambled eggs or cooking something up. To have a hard-boiled egg ready to go, such a delicious
Yes.
layering technique. I love it.
This
And
is
then I don't know
great.
about you guys, but my daughter actually loves hard-boiled eggs, so I usually do have them just ready to go in the fridge because she'll just grab them and snack on them. So
Same.
All right, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for cooking with us.
I can't wait. If you cook like this at home, I can't wait till I come over and see what you make for me and the kids. This is great.
You're coming over.
Guys, you can get Kristin's delicious recipe on goodishtv.com. So good. Coming up, Kristin's love-hate relationship with her coffee and her shimmery, shiny project she's excited to tell us about. Don't go away. We are back with Kristin Cavallari, and we are enjoying her delicious roasted cauliflower tartine that she showed us how to make. Kristin, I gather you have a love-hate relationship with coffee. Talk about this. What's going on here?
Yeah, I do. Well, I will say I love it more than anything on the planet. But what I try to do is a couple times a year, I try to go without it. Recently, I actually went about, I think it was 4 months without coffee. And I do this because I want to prove to myself that I can go without it. It's very much a part of my life, but I do try to take little breaks from time to time.
I respect that, having the willpower, showing yourself that you can go without. But it is just like tucking into that warm cup of coffee in the morning is like, I live for that moment.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
But we also hear that you make your own almond milk for your coffee, but it's expensive, takes time. Why did you start doing that, and why was it important to you?
Yeah, I mean, I've actually been making my own almond milk for a long time, probably going on close to 15 years. My
Ooh,
dad
you were a
actually
pioneer.
started.
Wow.
I was a pioneer. Well, I credit my dad actually for it. He was the one who taught me how to do it. He's been making it for a very long time. Also, lately, I've been into making macadamia nut milk, Brazil nut milk, pistachio milk. Like, I'm making all the milks, and I try to just switch them up. And depending on what I'm going to do with it, whether it's for smoothies or coffee or whatever, I love, my kids are obsessed with Brazil nut milk and cereal. They love it. So, and Brazil nuts have a lot of selenium in them, which is really good for you. So, you know, I'm into all the health stuff, just always trying to switch it up too.
Okay.
I do have to say, we flashed a picture of your book, True Comfort, before. And I wrote a quote for you because I was so blown away in this book by the number of recipes I genuinely thought my kids would eat, and inspired by the fact that you get your kids to eat them, which is wonderful, because you want to limit the chemicals, you want to limit the additives where you can, and you still want it to be delicious food that gathers the family around the table. I think you do a nice job of splitting that up.
Okay, Kristin, you're inspiring me because you make your own milk, you make your own jewelry, and I am wearing some of it today. Your jewelry.
I know, and you look so good.
Did you notice? I put it on just for the viewers to get it. You need a living model to see it. On there, it's fine, but
Show
on
them the
there,
earring. Look at
oh,
this.
yes.
So beautiful.
You wear it well.
Beautiful. And the line is called Uncommon James. And I mean, the collection is beautiful. You got to tell us about this because I am loving what I am wearing today.
Well, thank you. And you do look so good in it. You know, so everything I do it's minimal. It's effortless. I really, you know, I don't like anything too over the top. I love to layer and mix and match. And the whole point with Uncommon James is to hopefully you can mix and match with stuff you already have in your own closet. Or I want these pieces to be worn by themselves. Like I have on just one very dainty, simple necklace, or you could layer this with 3 other necklaces and still look great. So everything for me is about, you know, just, it's all simplistic, minimal.
Yeah, it's really light. It's very like grab and go. It's like no matter what you're wearing, at leisure, you're dressed up, you're going to the office. But it's just like, got my necklace, got my jewelry. It's simple, but it still makes a statement. So I like it.
Yeah, it's fun. I love it. I'm so thankful that I'm able to do it.
Tell everybody where they can shop for Uncommon James.
uncommonjames.com. Or we have 3 stores. We have Nashville, Chicago, and Dallas, and we're going to open up Charleston this fall, which I'm very excited for.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Love that.
Thanks.
Oh, big thank you, Kristin. This was delicious. It was so fun to play with your gorgeous jewelry. Congratulations on so much goodness going on in your life. It's amazing.
Thank you. Thanks, ladies. This was so fun. Thanks for having me.
It was great to see you.
All right, neighbor, I'll see you later. Okay. So,
Yes, I'll see you
Those
soon.
margaritas.
all right,
Bye,
now,
guys.
bye-bye. All right, so coming up, we are talking about soul food that gives back, and we're making a cornbread BBQ-pulled chicken sandwich. Take that in. We'll be right back.
Cornbread.
Yes. Oh, welcome back. We're celebrating Black History Month, and that includes paying tribute to the rich and historical significant culinary contributions Black chefs have made to American cuisine. And joining us is someone whose food celebrates Black culture and her family's Southern heritage 365 days a year. Oh, yes.
She's a community chef and leader, a caterer, host of the new Magnolia Workshop series, A Chef's Guide to Soul Food, and also a friend and inspiration in all things. Please welcome Millie Peartree.
Hey,
Welcome, welcome. We are happy to have you here.
Now, Millie, of course, you are best known for delicious soul food, and now you're teaching others how to make it. You got to tell us about your new Magnolia series, because you break it down step by step, right?
I mean, that's essentially what it is. I have this project on the Magnolia Network currently streaming now. It's called A Chef's Guide to Soul Food. And it's just as simple as taking people from A to Z on how to make delicious, simple soul food recipes. And you know, oftentimes people think that, oh my gosh, like it's such hard work. It's like, nope. Pantry ingredients, a little bit of love, some seasoning, of course, and you can have this delicious meal on your plate. So that's what we're here to do. We're gonna show you a little razzle dazzle on how Millie makes some soul food.
And it's beautifully shot. Like the food, the pictures, I mean, the photography, it is gorgeous how you put the food together. And I feel like breaking it down for people, they just do what their grandmothers tell them to do.
Right.
Now you make sense of all of those steps that it's like, do what I tell you to do. Now Millie tells you why you should be doing it and how to do it just like grandma used to make, right?
And then like I said, here's the thing also about soul food. We're here to teach you the technique as chefs, but most importantly, you make it your own. So I'm gonna show you my version of cornbread, and my secret ingredient is, I'll let you know when we get to it.
Before you tempt us with your actual delicious food, I do want to take a look at the series because it is beautifully shot, as Jamika said. It covers everything from mac and cheese to fried chicken. Take a look, guys.
All the favorites, all of them. You want all those things, all of them.
Millie, my stomach is growling. Can we please start cooking?
Because we're hungry, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Hungry is past the point of hungry, but not hangry just yet. Okay, so super simple pantry ingredients. We have some cornmeal and some all-purpose flour.
Okay.
We have some sugar, salt, my favorite ingredient, which I make it my own, some cinnamon and some baking soda. So I'm just gonna give that a whisk, and my cousin Jamika over here is gonna get our wet ingredients together.
I got you. So do we have what over here? Some melted butter?
So we have some melted, unsalted butter. I like to use unsalted, but if you have salted, use that. We're gonna add 1 whole egg to it at room temperature. And all of our ingredients are room temp because we want everything to be nice temperature. Everything comes together that way, right? So we have some buttermilk.
All right, buttermilk.
And as I always say, pure vanilla extract. Do not use that imitation stuff.
No.
It will totally, go ahead, Daphne. You
No,
know what it
good
is,
stuff.
right?
I'm
gotta
okay.
use the good stuff. And then we got that together. We're gonna add all of our wet into our dry. So we're just gonna whisk this together.
Looking good.
No,
And I like that you put cinnamon in it. Like that's a nice little hint. It's like that warming spice. Like
exactly. So it's like it's
that.
something like different. Like, you know, I think that recipes, the beauty of recipes are like you kind of take from what your parents, your grandparents taught you how to do, and then you add your little own shidink-dink to it, and then it turns into Millie's version.
Yes.
You know?
I like that. Cinnamon is one of those ingredients that people think is sweet. There's no sugar in it. It's not. It doesn't add sweetness. It adds warmth.
Right.
And that's
I love it.
so nice.
Yep. So we have our cast iron skillet here that's already been greased. Thank you, culinary. They got us together. And we're just gonna add our cornbread mixture to this. And if you do not have a cast iron, you can totally use a muffin pan. You can use a sheet tray. And then, so you just get it on there. See?
all right,
Look.
just right. You got the workshop. Let me know. Am I doing this right? 'Cause
No, you were doing it right.
Okay, I just
You know
want to
what I
make
mean?
sure.
No, you got us together. See, you know how to, we cousins. So, you know, we've done this before. I don't know if y'all knew that me and Jim, because we cousins. So,
We
you know.
play
I feel that.
We
I
play
feel
cousins.
the familial love.
Okay, so you're gonna pop this in the oven for me?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, friend.
Gotcha.
All right, and now you serve this
Going in.
with
I'm serving
barbecue
this.
chicken and a slaw.
Yes, so traditionally, slaws, they're cabbage-based, Napa cabbage, whatever kind of cabbage you have. But you know, collard greens are very familiar to soul food cooking. And I said, why not add something?
Wait, let's just talk about
That smells
What
good.
you made for us.
Come on, song.
Where shall I park her?
Park her right there. She looks great.
Millie Peartree, look at that. I love it.
Come on now. you know, you got to do one of these moments. It smells so good.
Television.
So yeah, so collard greens are a staple in soul food and Southern cooking. But you know, since we have something a little bit on the heavier side with the cornbread, and then we have our barbecue chicken, I said, why not make like a light, healthy slaw? You know, me and Daphne,
I love a
you know,
light,
we're on our little wellness WW journey.
Yeah,
So we said we're just gonna, you know.
Looking amazing.
Yes.
I mean, we're cute. Wait a minute now.
Oh,
Take that all
You know,
in.
throwing in these outfits. You see these low, these look.
Are they low riders?
We gotta pose with them.
No, I still have to wear a high waist moment because you know I'm
Everybody benefits from a highway. I'm sorry.
We
High
talked
waist
about
is
this
the way to
all
go.
morning. You have a control top jean.
right, exactly. But my jean is right here. But you know I'm a tall girl, so you know when we talk about wellness and weight loss, you know I lost 35 pounds. But sometimes you know you get that little shade moment like she don't look like it. I was like, I'm 6 feet tall. Like my 35 is not gonna look the same as somebody
Let
else's
it be
35.
known that like she's taller than me still, and I'm wearing 4-inch heels and she's in flats.
Yeah, I'm 5'7.5" and 3/4, and I'm standing wearing 4-inch heels, and you're still.
But I want you guys to get these boots Miss Daphne got on because her boots
yes.
is made for walking. She got a boot mode.
Oh gosh, balance
boots.
He can turn around right
Cute.
there. You don't have to balance.
There you go.
And look at me with my flats on, so you know.
Okay, but I gotta tell you because this coleslaw looks fabulous. But I actually came over here to get your melted butter. What's this going on?
Oh, the honey butter. Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
you know what? We like a little sweetness with our cornbread. So we just jazz her up a little bit, give her a little paint.
Can I
just,
paint?
just a light beat. Just just to paint
It's
it right
the
on
jazz
down.
hands
While it's
of the
warm.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Honey butter.
while it was still warm.
You see?
my,
you see how she
my.
did that? You see the way she glides it across her like that?
All right, I'm gonna finish painting on this heavenly mix on Millie's cornbread. All right, when we get back, we're getting into Millie's gorgeous green coleslaw. Don't go away. Love all our music select. We are back and we're dishing with soul food chef and total joy to be around Millie Peartree, and we are making Millie's delicious cornbread sandwich with spicy barbecue pulled chicken. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this, and I do just want to echo like to the wellness journey piece. I love that you have real cornbread, decadent, gorgeous, and then you're topping it with a yogurt-based dressing slaw, delicious pulled barbecue chicken breast. Like you're getting the whole sensation you want, but doing it mindfully. I love that.
I mean, it's just very important to eat whatever it is you want because that's the part of the wellness journey. Like nobody wants to just eat vegetables all day long. So I like the fact that Daphne and I, and hopefully you guys can come on this wellness journey with us because everything is on the menu and this is part of my personal points program. So I have yogurt dressing here. I have some, I put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in it because I need like that extra bit of unctuousness to it. However, you could totally leave it out. Some salt, some pepper, and some vinegar in it. And feel free to add some mustard, whatever you want. Most importantly, you make it your own. I'm gonna add my shredded collard greens in
I got
here.
lots more here.
Yep. Yeah, throw it in there. Why not? Let's get it in there.
Yeah, that's right.
All 0-point options: collard greens, cabbage, some green apples.
I love
it,
apple
and that's for that sweetness. So the collard greens are actually very bitter, so we have that in there, and it's just super sweet. You want to mix this for me, Miss Gail?
Sure, I would love
Get in
to.
there. Get that in there, and then you can also taste it as well,
Yes. Oh,
and make sure I'll season it.
I don't know how to do it.
Soul
I don't know how to
food.
not.
All about
There you go.
seasoning. And you just get it in there. And then we're gonna build us one and then we're gonna taste one. I see Daphne, she has our chicken breast. You can totally use thighs. I like the breast because in this instance, it's so much moisture in it, you don't have to worry about it drying out. And of course, some spice in it. Make it as hot or as not as you want. Sweetness from the cornbread, bitter from the greens. And then we're gonna top it with some crispy onions and shallots.
Ooh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna get you a little bit of slaw.
Get some slaw in
Oh
there.
yes, and the crispy textured oh yes, with these
Top
shallots.
it, top it.
Boom, boom, bam. There you
Yes.
go. Thank you, friend. We gonna eat some
yes.
food.
Okay.
Gonna eat some food.
Bring it on down here.
I'm coming on over
Bring it over here. Now, I swear my mama raised me right, but I had to be a
So you
little
had to
rude.
go in there a
I had
little
to
bit?
start eating because I am literally, like, I'm talking about it, dreaming about this. Oh, my.
Look,
This is crazy
Look,
good.
let us say grace. Grace. Okay.
Get yourself a bite of that. There's so many things we want to talk about with you. Millie, first of all, we met on Instagram at the height of the pandemic. You know, I was following you, your reputation preceded you, but at the time you were going through sort of an entire reset of your company, your work, your restaurant, your nonprofit. Can you just share with us a little bit about how that all happened?
Oh gosh, well,
I know it's a big story.
It's a big thing. We're not gonna cry about it, but you know, I feel like there's a blessing in everything. So I had a restaurant in my hometown borough of the Bronx, and the Thursday before Thanksgiving in 2019, my restaurant closed due to alleged illegal gas plumbing work in the building.
So you had nothing to do with this?
I had nothing to do with it. It was like, you know, the power company came in and said, gas leak.
Wow.
Shut everything off and imagine, and I expanded my business too. So I took over 2 spaces, renovated it, you know, New York Times critically acclaimed restaurant, and then it got shut down. So I was devastated, but you know, you pick yourself up. Like you go home, you cry it out, you pick yourself up. So jump back into catering, and we still did some catering, but I wasn't on premise as much. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back into people's homes and start doing personal shopping again. And then I caught COVID. This is before the mask mandate, so I'm in panic now because we didn't know what was going on. Got better. I went outside and I started to see all these lines. And I was uncertain on what the lines were. And I'm calling my friends. I'm like, yo, what's poppin'? Like, why is all these lines? And they were like, I was like, this is COVID testing? They're like, no, it's pantry. Never knew that so many people that lived in my community were food insecure. So I did what Millie does. Called some people. I was like, listen, I want to start feeding people. Like, let's make it happen. The summer months came in. Oh, thank you. Well, Daphne inspired this one.
Chills.
I was just about the bracelet.
I have chills.
No, I know.
Because of the story.
But, you know, I said, listen, we all have resources. So I started to make some phone calls to people. I was in the corporate dining world. You know, I used to have a wholesale business. And I said, I need a kitchen. And, you know, Amazon came in and gave us one of their kitchens here in New York City and a full staff. And we fed people for 11 months. And we distributed over 100,000 meals. And even through my official non-for-profit, now Full Heart, Full Bellies, you know, we distributed, I think, 500,000 pounds of food. We had a Black History Month food drive. And it's very important to get people what they need. And it's not like just some old, and people always talk about, you know, just get them whatever. It's like, no, I get on the phone, I call Tyson, I call Target, I call McCormick, WW, they'll donate snacks. Actually, WW actually is doing a greenhouse with us in partnership with Target in the Bronx.
And this was all in the Bronx, right?
This is all in the Bronx.
Community where you grew up, where you grew up, right?
And it's just like one of those things, like, you know what, I'm not sure how many people know this, but the Bronx supplies the majority of the food on the Eastern Seaboard. And it's just amazing how you could get everything there. You get your beer, you get your seafood, you get all of these things, and the people down the street don't have food, and I just don't understand it. So that's my passion project moving forward, is with my initiative Full Heart, Full Bellies. And I just feel like when you learn, you teach, when you get, you give. And I just feel like it's just very important to continuously do that. And then in turn, I'm being rewarded for good behavior. I got a project on Magnolia. I got a chance to meet you, you know, WW, you my cousin. Well, we know each other anyway. We family. But you know what I mean?
That is a testament of just when you think you're down and out, and but it's your story. You were blessed to be a blessing to so many other people. And now look at you and how you're feeding so many people, keeping full bellies. I mean, you are an amazing, just light and everything great shall follow you.
Thank you so much.
All right, girl, we didn't even get a moment.
No,
I know.
we're gonna finish this.
It's phenomenal.
Oh, without a doubt. My belly is full. My heart is full listening to your story. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for inspiring me. Thank you for being a wonderful sister to me, Gail. And I'm just really looking forward to continuously doing the much needed work in the community. And of course, you know, where's the camera and seeing you on TV.
There you go. Yes. You can see this beautiful lady on Magnolia. I mean, and we're going to devour this during the commercial break. But thank you so much for joining us. And you can watch all 9 chapters of Chef Millie's Magnolia Workshop series, A Chef's Guide to Soul Food, exclusively on the Magnolia app and magnolia.com. And it's time for the good list when we come back. Now we can eat, y'all. Let's eat. Let's go.
It's time for the good list. But first, do you guys remember this chicken show we did just about a week ago? Check it out.
All right, we making honey, garlic, lemon pepper, chicken thighs. Let's get into it.
Ooh, hey, Zaddy with the voice. Get into it.
Who is this man?
I don't
What
know
was
who
that
he
voice?
is, but I understand the 13 million views, because you're going to put some garnish on it, honey.
His brother knows what he's doing. All right, under the skin. All right.
Make sure it's fully coated on the thighs.
Oh, coated on them
thighs.
thighs.
Caramelized.
On the thighs. Do it on the thighs.
Got to rub it on them thighs.
Here you have it. Honey, garlic, lemon pepper, chicken thighs.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you.
God, that voice. Well, the creator who made the original honey chicken video, saw that segment and Jamika's reaction and wanted to pass on a little private message for her.
Hey, Chef Jamika, I am making this special message for you after saying how much you love my honey garlic lemon pepper chicken thighs. First, I want to say you are truly amazing. Thank you so much for sharing my recipe. It's one of my favorites from my cookbook, so I'm glad everyone is enjoying it. I wish you all the best, and hopefully one day I can come on the show and we can make something together. Take care.
That's like,
Oh my gosh.
a real voice.
Okay, he's real and he's cute too. Y'all heard it. He's coming. Wait, my husband watches this show. That was lovely. Thank you so much. Y'all saw that though? He's talking to me. Yeah, we gonna cook together real nice one time.
I wonder what he's gonna bring.
Okay.
Yes.
Compose yourself, lady. That is so awesome. And he's a real person. He's cute. Yeah. He's a very handsome young man. Thank you very much. I
Oh my
appreciate
goodness.
that.
I can't believe that just happened. I'm freaking out as much as you are. That was amazing. All right, well, we're going to leave you with that delicious morsel. It is time for the good list. See your QR code on that screen. Open up your camera app and hold the phone up to it. It will take you right to the recipes and more from today's show. It makes it so easy. We hear from everybody all the time. Where's the recipe? That's where it is. Hold your phone up, get it there. You can also head to gooddishtv.com to get it all, including the answer to the question, what's for dinner tonight, which should be this loaded hash brown casserole.
Okay, I am still so giddy. Oh my gosh, you sent me a message.
I do have a message back.
Well, we'll see you next time. I'ma see you real soon for some good food, some good dish, and no thighs involved. No.
Yes!